It's the end of the month, and you may not know that January is Financial Wellness Month and International Wealth Mentality Month.
So today we are joined by an expert who wants to help you take your small business global. We welcome in Makeda Smith, who is the CEO of Savvy Chick in Real Estate. Welcome to Great Day, Washington.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here.
Small business owners in general, that's hard, but taking it global, this sounds like a big feat. How did you get interested in helping others do this?
I think it just came as of last year, and it just happened to fall into my lap, as I would say, because as you put one foot in front of the other as an entrepreneur, doors began to open up. And so the international space began to open up to where over the last 4 years, we've been hosting our Licensed and Unbothered annual conference in Chicago. But one of our members said, how about taking it global for the 5th year anniversary? And so now we're going to the DR. We're going to Punta Cana. And so it's exciting.
You chose a nice location.
So small business entrepreneurs can come with you, and what is the retreat?
So with the conference, it's actually a real estate conference.
Okay.
And we show people how they can invest in real estate, not just in the United States, but also across the entire world. When you look at global business and you look at all the countries that are out there, the world is our playground. And so what I'm telling real estate agents is stop thinking local, think global, and begin to see how you can invest and also become licensed in other countries. And so now recently, I became licensed to where I am now an international sales agent in the Dominican Republic. So now I get to help people to buy real estate outside of the U.S.
Wow. What are some maybe small steps that people could take right now to start getting their business into a more global market?
I'm glad you asked. So what we like to call our little step, our framework step, is the build, the start to build, and then also the sustain process. And so when you think about starting a business, you want to know what are your overall goals as a business. And so before I began to take my business global, I wanted to see, like, how do I want to be seen in 5 years, 10 years from now? And then the second part of that is like building. You need to do the research. When we went to Dubai last year, there were things that I had to learn about their culture and how they operated as a country, how you can do business, what are the laws, requirements before you actually start businesses in those places. One of the places, the Bahamas, my client was like, she told me, you can't just go over to the Bahamas and start a business. You have to be a citizen, and you have to, you know, spend a certain amount in the country before they would allow for you to have a business. And so the third way is sustain. Just like in the U.S., you have to sustain relationships. You have to build that. When my husband and I, we went to Bali in December of last year, we met a husband and wife team who was our driver for 10 hours, and they took us to the beach. They took us to different islands, and I was like, you know what, let me reach out to her again because of the relationship that we established, and now she's going to be our tour guide for our women's retreat that we have coming up in April.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You never know who you're going to meet where,
Yes.
and you have to kind of be open. Like you said, you take one step in front of the other and the doors are going to open, but the people you meet are going to help you open doors as well.
Yes, yes. And so it's just sustaining those relationships, because now she was so excited that I even thought about her to be our tour guide. So now that means more business for her.
Yeah. I like you said, the world is our playground.
I know.
We all need to get out there
I love
and try to expand. Thank you so much for being
are
here, for all your
amazing.
tips today. Yes.
Have fun in the DR.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And be sure to visit savvychicksinrealestate.com to learn everything you can about Makeda and taking your business global. Thank you so much.